Good morning, gang. It is a Tuesday. On a Tuesday. And that's for all my male ducks out there. All them drakes. So, this Tuesday morning, we're going to dive deep into a topic, a very serious topic. A topic so serious that I believe that Catholic priests are translating it into Latin to incorporate into their Latin masses, because it is just so... The topic reaches so deep into the human soul and this human core of like importance that they have to at least put it in the traditional Latin to evoke it during Mass. So and with that said, we're going on our Peter Griffin rant about things that grind my gears. That's what I know most of you love about the show, is that we take satire and sarcasm very seriously around here. It is one of the most serious topics. We're the video version of the Babylon Bee. At least we try to be. With lower ratings, of course. Obviously, the Babylon Bee does an amazing job of coming up with great, catchy, satirical headlines. So have you been to the fuel pump and the stupid clip is gone? I know this isn't a new thing, but there's a few gas stations that I think that people have forgotten to take them off of, and I love it. I love it. It was one of the greatest inventions of humankind. It is one of those things that, like, you would trade. You know how they say, well, if I was the last man on earth, right? Well, I think any person that has to use the fuel pump would be like, you know what? Even if this was so flawed that it made me become the last person on earth because all the gas pumps, incinerated the rest of the world, it would be worth it. It would be worth it. Because the clip on the fuel pump is just, it is a matter of convenience. I don't know how many of you out there, I even asked Grok, hey Grok, why have they gotten rid of them? Why would you take the greatest invention known to man and just remove it? Like, they all come from the manufacturer with it on there. It's like, hey, can I have one of those clips? Oh, and yeah, give me a gas pump handle to put on it, to put it on. They all come from the factory with the greatest invention. They're like, oh, I want the greatest invention, yes, and I'll take that gas pump handle. Mm-hmm. Yep, and that's exactly what happens. And they order all these, and they say, you know what, I have a fuel pump. Let me add a greatest invention to it. And then they get there, and state and local, and I don't even think it's local, I think it's state and federal, I don't even know if it's federal. Based on this, it's saying local municipalities can have them removed. Based on state fire codes, they can be removed. It's also up to the operator of the fuel pump and their own policies, and plus they have to take into fire safety and liability concerns. That's why they've been removed. Gas stations and regulatory bodies have observed that the clips encourage unattended fueling. I live in Western New York. We have more frostbite up here than they do in Southern Florida, Southern California, right? As you can imagine. Have you ever been out to the pump and it is like the wind is whipping and it's like real feel of -20? Well, guess what? What do you think happens when, like, they give you a handle hole with the trigger guard in there, barely enough to get your fingers in without gloves on. So now you have to step out of your vehicle. You have to you have to do your normal thing, but then you got to take your glove off to get the handle of the pump, and then you got to hold it the whole freaking time, which I know doesn't sound like a manly thing to bitch about, but why would you take such a great invention and say, okay, look, I can use these two fingers to squeeze it, slide the clip in with the finger from the other side, and leave it, and then I can sit there and slide my glove back on, and phew, because then the thing's going to pop off on its own. I also see the fuel stations that say, like, no topping off. I've never had an issue. I've never seen a fuel pump fail where in that it doesn't stop pumping. There's like 8 different mechanisms in line with that thing to prevent it from, like, it's like the fail safes on those things. That if one of them fails, like, it sets 9 more off. Like, most building codes only require 1 failsafe. These fuel pumps have like 19 failsafes, plus they have fire suppression in the ceiling that is enough to like chemically kill everyone within a mile radius, so that the spread doesn't, you know what I mean? So it's not like a zombie contagion. I don't know why. I don't know why they have, more chemicals in the ceiling of the fuel pumps than it's like there is a regulation on it too, and it's like they're supposed to have 10 times the amount of like the largest fire, and it's like the expansion rate on that is like 6 city blocks, and it's like you're just gonna just if the gas pump goes off, set off a nuclear bomb, because that will prevent the fire from spreading. It's like, scorched earth, right? Like, that's great. That's great philosophy. Sometimes we overregulate things to death, and this is a topic that hits close to home because it's just so convenient. It was like the person who invented the clip for the fuel pump should have won a Nobel Peace Prize. They're a Nobel laureate. It's just nonsense. I've never seen a fuel pump fail to where they just start, spilling gas all over the floor, the ground, whatever, and they have enough fire suppression to literally kill everybody within 6 city blocks. So why would they care, right? Like, I mean, I guess they would care. They wouldn't want to incinerate. I mean, we don't want to spill gas so that we're not forcing the gas company or the gas station to like have 3 employees inside turning the golden eye key for the launch code to it's like a standoff. Like, we don't want the gas company, the gas station to kill everybody in a 6-mile radius. So at which point we say, okay, all right, put the fuel suppression system down, sir. Okay, we promise we won't spill any gas. We won't spill any gas. Please don't kill thousands of Americans within a 6-mile radius, like 6-block radius. Don't do it. I promise. And it still seems like a dumb compromise. Like, like, even if that was the case, even if they were holding people hostage, like, you don't give up the gas clip. The gas clip is very important. It's very important, especially in our area. We got a lot of seniors and that wind chill. Like, so doing some more research, which this is just a good thing to do research on, right? So, fire codes, laws. So the increase of risk of accidents from gasoline spills, overfills. I don't know what an overfill is. Is that like the part right before gasoline spills? Or even fires caused by static electricity discharge. For example, if the nozzle fails to shut off automatically or is dislodged, the fuel can spill unchecked, creating hazardous situations. Right? Like, well, that doesn't talk about how static electricity is additionally being affected here. And pretty much static electricity is coming at, like, whenever you're touching the vehicle. So, like, whenever you're making that initial touch, they always tell you to touch the car first, right? How many of us really do that, though? At which point, then the theory is that when the fumes are rolling out because the gas pump is dispensing, which can happen at any time, it doesn't have to be automatically dispensing. Most people, when you create that static electricity, what is the ratio of you, like, immediately letting go when you see static electricity? But anyways, by that point, you're already probably on fire. So, like, the fact that you're on fire, throwing your hands up in the air as a human blaze, being the torch, you are going to let go of the pump and it will stop discharging. But you got to think that things are already on fire at that point. So why would you, like, that static electricity is a dumb argument to get rid of it. Overfills is a dumb argument because overfills is gasoline. So essentially they're just taking gasoline spills and they're expanding and then tossing in static electricity for no reason. I mean, I'm not blaming Grok. Grok is just finding this nonsense on the internet. Just like you guys found my podcast, he just was like, I just need to listen to some nonsense this morning on my way into work. And it's like, here's Kevin for Tuesday morning. Arrgh. So, another factor, let's see here. For instance, in parts of the U.S., like New York State and Florida, stations have removed clips complying with safety standards to reduce liability and cleanup costs associated with spills. And there's where government overreach is, because you'll have the EPA in there. Like, if you have a truck on the side of the road and it leaks a little gas, not the end of the world for, the 90-year-old man with a 1992, like, Ford F-150 with those really cool, the really cool side mirrors, and the first ever vehicle with a when they started publishing EFI on the back, because electronic fuel ignition was all the rage for the damn kids. Well, anyways, Joe homeowner doesn't have to worry about it. But if you happen to be in like a mail truck, if you happen to be in a garbage truck, if you happen to be in a concrete truck or a semi truck delivering stuff, and there's like, you have a little bit of drip, and the one drop slides down where you would fuel up from, and it hits the ground, that it shouldn't be a big deal. Like, I've watched people, I've never seen a fuel pump like not stop discharging. Like, click, it goes off every time, every single time. I've never tried it, but I don't even think it would fire if you like held it straight out like a pistol and pulled it. Like, I'm pretty sure it's designed against that too. I've never seen that happen, but I have been driving down the road and seen people's gas tanks fall out. This is Western New York, man. Salt's it's a real concern up here. Gas tanks fall out on the side of the road, spill 20, 30 gallons of gas. Well, maybe not 30, but 12 to 16 gallons of fuel on the roadside. EPA shows up and was like, oh, a homeowner, never mind, like resident. That's not a commercial truck. We don't care. It's the same fuel. Well, it could be, right? Because it could be diesel, which diesel would be cleaner for the community. Diesel would probably clean the roadside, make things stronger. Anyways, I've seen gallons of gas on the road. Troopers are showing up. Guy gets a fix-it ticket. Just put your gas tank back in, sir. You're at the fuel pump. Guy's filling up diesel. One little drop touches the earth. SWAT teams swarm from everywhere to get the guy. So that's the reason why. Because gas that they pull from the earth could contaminate the earth. We don't want to contaminate the earth with gas we pull from the earth. That would be a crisis. So in Canada, gas pumps were the clips were phased out in 2002. Well, that's because Canada sucks. That's right, you heard it here, folks. The 51st state, it sucks. Reintroduce certain regions. Decisions often come down where gas station operators weighs convenience against potential hazards. It's not a convenience. It's like the purpose I'm there. I'm there to enjoy the clip. Sometimes I need fuel. Sometimes I just go there to like play with the clip. Like, that's it. It's like when you have a pistol. Like, it's just like racking it back. A shotgun. It's just playing with it. That's why it's there. It's just so great. It's the like rednecks with shiny objects, man. It is just the clip. And then when you go, like, sometimes it's like an Easter egg hunt. You're just like going from gas station to gas station. They leave the clip on. And that's what determines my favorite gas station. Like, my favorite gas station will be the one that they forgot to take the clip off. I'll drive to Pennsylvania. I'll drive right over the border to Pennsylvania to get fuel. Not because it's cheaper, because they have the freaking clip. That's where it comes down to. It comes down to my rights. My right to have the best invention known to man. The gas clip. Where is this part? So the spills unchecked, creating hazardous situation. Additionally, and so they want to make sure that you are not leaving your fuel pump unattended. Well, you wouldn't be if you were playing with the clip the whole time. So, like, you're just sitting there watching it work. It's like when somebody's really good at their job, like, the clip is awesome. It's so good at its job. You just sit there and stare at it and be like, thank you for not giving me frostbite. You're just pumping my car so great. Like, anyways, They don't want you to go back inside your car or, at worse yet, inside the gas station to go get a gas station burrito. It doesn't say that, but we know what you're going in there for. A cup of coffee and a gas station burrito so you can soil your upholstery. Yes, that's why they're worried. And drivers have been known to drive off with the nozzle still attached, damaging the equipment and potentially causing leaks. Okay. People are also known to drive through gas pumps. Like, have a stroke at the wheel, like, just not paying attention. Their cell phone rings. They look down. Next thing you know, they're through the gas station. They're kissing the guy at the front counter with the bumper of their car. Like, those things happen. You don't, like... they can only put so many parking bollards around the gas pumps because eventually you can't get to it to get your vehicle filled up. You know what you used to do to stop fills? Don't fill up your car. Let every car run bone dry, and then there'll never be a gas spill again. I think that's the point of it. I think they're trying to just eliminate gas in general to the point that you just don't have. That they don't have gas stations. We'll get these guys. We'll make sure they never fill up their vehicle again. They should go all electric. Not anymore. We're on to you. Just want to let you know we're on to you. You're not going to steal our gas pumps. And we want our clips back. They should create the movie Ransom, but rewritten where Mel Gibson is trying to get the clips back on the gas pump. So I'm glad that you stayed here with me for 16 minutes. And then I had Grok put me a list of things why the fuel pump is important. So I'll read those real quick, and then I'll let you guys go to your day where you can think about how nonsense Kevin is this morning. Convenience for users. The clips have always been a hands-free option to perform tasks while you clean the windshield. Check your phone while keeping your hand stationary on the vehicle to arrest any static electricity generated from using your electronic device. It doesn't say that, but we all know that, right? Like it's programmed into our minds since an early age when they introduced that. Contraceptives and AIDS, right? Like they told us all about those in like the 3rd grade. Like if you're at the gas pump with your mom and dad, touch your car. Touch it. Physical accessibility. So individuals with disabilities, arthritis, or limited hand strength, holding the pump for extended periods of time can be challenging or painful. The clip ensures a safe and healthy and convenient. Non-discriminatory. I'm throwing some of these words in because it's important to point out that we can't discriminate against people with disabilities. The ADA, it might be the route that we get my clips back. Efficiency and speed. We're American. We want that. Pumps look like guns. Guns and speed. Yes. Minimal safety risk with proper use. It minimizes safety risk if you're not an idiot and walk away. You're not supposed to walk away. You should just send those people to prison. If you send the people to prison who walk away from the gas pump, you would never have these problems. No problems to be had, folks. I'm getting overly excited this morning about my defense of fuel gas pump clips. And I'm glad that I was talking with a friend yesterday about this. And I'm glad that I had that conversation because this led to what I think is one of my best podcasts yet. I went on a Kevin rant, sober, at 6 o'clock in the morning about gas clips. And it's just it's an wholesome American thing to do, to utilize your free speech to bitch about whatever you want. And I hope this one goes viral. I hope they have an act of Congress to bring back the clips. Make clips legal again. Okay. Environmental consistencies. In cold climates, drivers return to their cars. See? So you can still attend it, sit in your car. I would keep the door open. Without a clip, you might have to prop the handle. I mean, that is what most of us do. We jam our gas cap, and then all the new ones don't have gas caps. Have you noticed that? New vehicles, they don't have gas caps. It sucks. I hate driving a new vehicle. Give me my gas cap, because if they don't have a clip, I can jam it in there, hold the thing shut. I'm still there observing it. Still have never seen it fail. I've had it go off early. It's like, yo, you've got 5 more gallons to go, and you decided just to die. You just safety feature, and it's like watching the cage doors all come down around you. You're like, reset the handle. It's like a goddamn cartoon. Proven track record in places where clips remain, like parts of Europe and certain U.S. states. They've been used safely for decades with proper maintenance and user awareness. Obviously, like even the old shitty gas stations. You ever go to one of them gas stations desolate? The guy is like, the pumps are older than the guy who's 97 behind the counter with his little straw hat on. He hasn't maintained those things since he was like 12. And everything functions normally because that's what American great products do. Duh. So, well, gang, I'm glad that you joined me for this. I hope that added to what we had yesterday with your Motivational Monday to just kind of just listen to this rant and just pump yourself up through the rest of the week. So we appreciate you joining us. Thanks, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Life22 signing out.